What's up, y'all? It's Alana Milan with Hip Hop since 1987, and today I am here with the beautiful Jumai. How are you, Miss Lady?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
How has your year been?
My year has definitely been great, different from what I'm used to. I dropped my first single called Viral, and honestly, everything has been different ever since I dropped it.
I was going to bring that up. So it's definitely over 1 million views, streams, whatever on TikTok for sure. And that being said, it's ironically called Viral. So how did it feel to see it like bubble up like that?
Honestly, so I dropped this song because I went viral on TikTok. So I've had like a few viral moments, and like I'm like literally like a TikTok girly. Like I love that app. So I was like, honestly, like I need my first song to really be like about something that I'm really passionate about, which is, TikTok and virality. So I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect song for me.
I feel like the record is really for the girls. It's a feel-good record. It gets us up and moving, makes you want to twerk a little sometimes.
I know that's right.
Would you generally say that's your brand, like, for the ladies?
So, yes, my brand is just having fun. Like, having a good time outside. Like, that's me.
I love that. I love that. Because for the girls, you got to be a girl's girl. Yes. And you grew up in a choir, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was your family's reaction when you let them know that music was going to be your like full-time calling?
So my family, most of them live in Nigeria. So I was in a choir when I was young. So like maybe up until I was like 14. And then when I came to America, I actually had started doing music. But I was in the Afrobeats route. So when my mom found out I was like rapping, and I actually sent her a few of my songs, and my mom is like a typical Nigerian parent, like. She's like, like, she don't even let me post nothing crazy. And to see her support me was, like, literally mind-blowing. Like, she was sending me voice on, like, shake that shit. I was like, okay, Mom. So, my parents are definitely very supportive, and I'm, like, very grateful for that.
That's great. I was going to ask you about growing up in Nigeria and even having experience here in New York and London. Like, can you explain some of the complexities or how you felt just kind of having to, like, adapt everywhere for the most part?
I would say, like, honestly, because I moved around so much, my memory is, like, not the best of, like, Nigeria. And also, I was very young in Nigeria. I moved to Nigeria when I was, like, 2. Mm-hmm. And I was there till 7. And then from 7 to 14, I was in London. I honestly don't remember a lot from that. Like, I literally have a very little memory. But I would say London and America is very similar. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I had to adapt was my accent. And as you can see, I'm a full-blown American now because my accent is long gone.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's kind of crazy, too. Like, I always hear people say, like, if you're somewhere long enough, you'll eventually learn the language or you'll pick up the accent, whatever the case may be.
So it's funny because the reason I have this accent now is because I faked it. Like, I used to be so annoyed when I would be in school. They'd be like, oh, my God, like, can you say something? I'm like, hello. Like, and I literally had to fake an American accent until it literally just stuck.
It started coming out, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so you said you just dropped your first song, but you're not new to virality, more so to speak. But that being said, I kind of feel like the entertainment industry is a really big bubble right now, right? So there's music, there's acting, fashion, sports, and now influencing, right? So how has your experience as a woman been in maneuvering through new rooms and, garnering opportunities for yourself?
So, honestly, I feel like I adapt very quickly because I was always, like, a social media person, like ever since I was younger. Like I even have a YouTube channel. Like I used to always post content and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's kind of very natural for me. And I feel like, because I'm always like on TikTok and posting, so like I honestly feel like no different really. Like it's pretty natural.
But would you say, like, for example, like people who might seldom, but people who might leave nasty comments or whatever the case may be. Yeah, like how have you built your? I was about to say how have you built your shell as a woman? Because as a woman, a lot of times you're expected to just kind of be quiet and handle it.
Oh no, I clap back. Like I'll even respond. Like I'll reply with a video. Like what are you talking about?
It's a meme. It's like I'm not a famous person. I will.
I've learned recently because they do be, my friend be like, you gotta not clap back. I'm like, that's just not, they be pissing me off. Like, especially on TikTok. Like, if you go viral, like, they'll find every little thing. Like, if you have something in the background, they'll be like, oh, why's your wall? Like, bitch,
You in my business.
Like,
hard.
literally.
So you went to college.
Yes.
Right? So going to college as a creative, would you say campus was resourceful for you at all?
Honestly, I was boring in college. Like, I went to Baruch College. It's a very, like, they're very, like, it's, I wouldn't say it's like a fun experience type of college. Like, it's very serious. Like, you go to school, go to class, and I went home. Like, I honestly didn't do much while I was in college.
What did you study?
Corporate communication, and I had a minor in English.
Okay. So would you say, like, maneuvering through the influencing world and now music, would you say some of the knowledge you had was, you know, made you privy to understand certain things and so on and so speak?
Honestly, if I could take back going to college, I would. Like, I feel like it was a waste of my time.
I was going to say, because
like,
a lot of people convince themselves that they have to go to school, and that was never their calling to begin with.
Yeah, honestly, I would say I really did that for my parents. But, you know, it's a good thing. You know what the crazy... I don't even have my diploma. Like, I graduated, but I never went to go pick it up. And this is, like, 5 years later.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a job in the corporate world, and they never even asked for it. So it's like... Why would I?
Isn't that the craziest part?
So
I want to know what kind of background check they do.
I put my college on my resume, so maybe they look it up some way. I
would love to know. I was just talking about that.
Like, they literally didn't ask for it.
What's one skill you've been mastering ever since establishing yourself as an entertainer or a professional recording artist?
I would say posting more on Instagram. Because like I said, I was always like a TikTok person, so now I'm trying to get out of, you know, only being on TikTok and on Instagram, and also being comfortable when it comes to like being in the studio and doing interviews and stuff like that, because I'm a very shy person. I wouldn't say shy, but I'm very quiet. Like, I speak when spoken to.
Right.
So, you know, coming out of my bubble and being, you know, free-spirited and whatnot.
Yeah, I definitely will say entertainment, I mean everything if you really think about it, but entertainment is really the business of people. So me, like, I'm really good with people, right? But like on a regular day, I'd rather be in my room by myself. So you might just have to get used to a little more to just being around people and knowing you're dealing with a bunch of different personalities.
Because even for me, like, it's one thing to be in my house, like, shooting content or by myself, but like I'll be goofy on the internet all day, but then you meet me in person, I'm like, hi, like, I'm very like to myself.
Yeah. Tell me a moment where something went really viral on TikTok and you were just like, what? And you were just joking.
So I made a video, and like I was like doing a vlog, and I was at the supermarket, and I literally was just putting like an iced coffee in my car, and the background was Cardi B. You know that video where she's like, motivation? So I was like, this is me being motivated to be like a full-time content, something like that, to be like a creator. And I woke up the next day and he had 1 million views, and I was like,
damn.
I was like, what the hell? Like,
shooting.
Literally just in the supermarket, recording myself bagging my groceries, and it literally went viral the next day. So,
well, that being said, I feel like the term influencer is so boxed in, right? Because they kind of just box that into just being a pretty girl with a bunch of followers, right? But to me, it's so much more than that, because a place like TikTok has so many audiences, right? And there are young girls looking at you right now like, oh, I want to be like Jumai. You get what I'm saying? Just sitting on their phone. So that being said, as you hustle, give a tip to a young girl that may eventually view this interview for motivation.
So honestly, I would say when it comes to like being a creator, you have to be yourself. Like, and you're right. I feel like, you know, it's black girl luxury. You got to live in a fancy house and have a fancy background, and like literally, especially nowadays, like I see people being themselves. Like, they will have an air mattress in the back and people will like them because they feel like they could relate. So I would say my number one advice is just to be yourself. Like, don't try to like be somebody else to gain followers, because it's not gonna last, because it's not you. You're pretending to be, you know, somebody else,
and it's not gonna feel good inside.
Right, like, this is not me. So
100%. And what are a couple things you would say to younger Jumai?
Younger Jumai. What would I have said to younger me? I would have said I should have started a lot of things that I did later in life. I should have trusted my instinct and started it earlier. That's what I would have said to me. Like, girl, get on your shit right now.
But there's also power in everything you went through leading to what you are right
of
now.
course,
100%, 100%. And what can we expect from you for the rest of the year? Because you know, Viral was your first record, music wise.
Yeah.
So what are you working on? What's going on?
So I do want to drop a new single. I'm currently working on one right now. So y'all just gonna have to stay tuned for that.
Damn.
Oh, and I might be doing a music video for Viral this. Well, not might. I will be doing a music video for Viral.
We're excited to see. Make sure you
Sure.
plug in your social media too.
Okay. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at I am Jumai. That's IAMJUMAI, and on TikTok Big Jumi BIGJUMI.
Period.